Hi everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel. So here is the official book launch for The Art of Mental Health. Here it is. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. Drawing my way through depression and anxiety. Let me read the blurb for you. When Uni Desiree struggled with depression and anxiety, drawing and journaling were two of her lifelines. As she poured out her thoughts and feelings on paper, she unwittingly created a visual record of her mental health journey. In The Art of Mental Health, she brings pictures and words together to share her authentic lived experience of depression and anxiety. This colourful journey captures what it felt like for her, how she got through it, and what she learned from it. These pages of raw expression and insightful reflection offer comfort, understanding, and encouragement that no one is alone in their struggles. The idea being, even if you don't struggle with depression or anxiety, we all are human and we all have struggles. And I think that many people will be able to relate to at least some of the drawings in this book. So basically, let me introduce this book and what it's all about. I used to be one of those people who thought that, people who struggle with depression and anxiety should just get over it. I dismissed mental health issues, didn't take it seriously. And then in 2015 and 16, when I went through depression and anxiety myself, I finally saw that, oh, okay, this is actually a big deal. I now take it seriously, and I know that it's not as simple as, oh, just change your thoughts or just change the way you feel. And that it's not anyone's fault that they're going through this, that it's not something you can control, and that, yeah, it doesn't make you wrong or a bad person or anything like that in any way. When I struggled with depression and anxiety, though, I felt a lot of shame. I was afraid to tell people. I kept it quiet for a year because I thought, there's something wrong with me. And then I eventually learnt, though, that there's nothing to be ashamed about. We all struggle, and it's okay to struggle. And yeah, I just hope that this book kind of brings that across. So whether you have depression and anxiety or have been through it, I hope this book encourages you that, yeah, you're not alone, that someone out there understands, that other people go through this, that you're not crazy. And if you've never gone through depression or anxiety, I hope this book helps you to understand what it is like for someone to go through it, to hopefully bring greater compassion and understanding for those who struggle. Because I know that I was probably very insensitive and rude in my thoughts about how people struggle with depression and anxiety. So if this facilitates a bit more compassion and understanding towards each other and even to ourselves, that would be amazing. So I think that a lot of people who do struggle with it can beat themselves up for it, which is what I did. I just tore myself to shreds for it. I was like, no, you can't feel this way, and no, you're not allowed to think like this, and that doesn't help at all. So just accepting it and knowing it's okay to feel like this. It's okay, and it's okay to express it. That really helped. So to give yourself that understanding, compassion is also what I hope this book can do. And basically, I had no words to describe what I was going through at the time, because I didn't know what I was going through. It was just so confusing. It was the most painful time of my life. I felt like I was pain itself. It felt like I didn't exist anymore and that I was just pain. I felt like crying all the time. I felt like a giant teardrop, and there was all of that self-hatred. Like I just hated myself so much and tore myself to shreds, and it was painful. It was horrible. Really, really horrible. All that kind of thing. It felt like being in a deep, dark pit, and that I was kind of suffocating. And at the same time, I had that anxiety of just being fearful. Life felt threatening and dangerous, and I thought that everyone was judging me. And I mean, it was all in my head, of course, but I just kept thinking people were watching me and judging me and telling me that I wasn't good enough. And really, that was all me. That was all my own perspective, thinking that I'm not good enough and I'm unlovable and I'm not worthy and all this kind of stuff. And this journey, it tracks all of that, all those thoughts and feelings in here through art. So because I didn't have any words to explain what I was going through, drawing actually gave me my way of expressing myself. It was a lifeline. It really, really helped me to put down my thoughts and feelings and to identify them and actually know what I was going through. And it helped me so much to put words to what I was going through, and then it helped me to then journal and write out my thoughts and feelings and experiences. And then I started sharing these eventually. And it was like the biggest weight off my shoulders, because I found that so many people connected to what I was sharing. And people said, oh yeah, I struggled with depression too, or I have anxiety right now. And the amount of people who told me that, it just was like, my goodness, does every single person have some story about depression and anxiety? They might know someone, their sister or their friend or something, who has depression or anxiety. So once I started telling people, I realized there's nothing to be ashamed about, nothing to be afraid about, that it's okay to feel this way. And so then I shared my stories and my artwork on my YouTube channel. And oh my goodness, the amount of people who just contacted me saying that really spoke to me, that made me feel understood. Those drawings really helped me. It blew me away. And people were saying, do you have a book with your artwork and your story? And I said, no. And they said, well, you need to write it, because it helped them and they believed it would help other people. And I was just spurred on by that. And I thought, okay, I will write this book. I'll put together my story. The drawings are loosely in chronological order, going through my journey, but it is designed as a coffee table book. As well, so you can just kind of flick through it, and if you're drawn to a particular picture, read the story, that kind of thing. If you want the overall narrative, you can read it straight through from cover to cover. But yeah, so this is how the book came about, and I created it because I do hope it does help people to know that they're not alone in their struggles, basically. And by sharing my story of how I went through an identity crisis and lost myself and how I got through that. Basically, for me, it came down to, well, I see depression and anxiety as friends now, because they helped me to unravel and discover, identify core beliefs I had that were unhelpful, and core unhelpful behavior patterns and thought patterns that I had. And finally I could untangle them, address them, deal with them, go back to root causes and all that kind of thing, through the help of reading books and talking with a psychologist and all this kind of stuff. And through that journey, that really, really painful journey, I got a much stronger foundation of now knowing who I am. So my depression and anxiety journey pretty much came from having an identity crisis and having these wrong patterns of people-pleasing, perfectionism, and performance. I thought that I got my worth and identity from those things. And so when those things started getting shaky and I started not living up to those expectations, my whole world got rocked. It was like, who am I and what am I doing and why am I even here? And I didn't want to be here anymore because it was just that painful. And then I learned, I found who I am, I suppose. And I found that solid foundation, just knowing I am created by God, made in His image, and I have a purpose, and there's a reason for me being here. And that's what this kind of all brought out. I am loved just as I am. I'm loved with depression or without depression, and I'm worthy with anxiety or without anxiety, and all these different things. And I go into some tools that I learned, some really practical things that helped me, things about looking after my thought life and just addressing root causes and stuff like that. And so this is my story, and I really hope it does help. The last drawing is pretty much like a summary page of all the things that helped me, and so this is more like a resource page that I hope in a nutshell can kind of give people some tools. I talk a lot about the mental health toolkit, and that's the biggest thing that helped me through depression and anxiety. And I go through various tools throughout the book. So I just kind of wrap it up at the end. So yeah, that is my book, my story. It's a bit nerve-wracking putting it out there, but I want to put it out there because I do think it may help some people who may be struggling. So yeah, it is available for purchase through my Etsy, Willowbound Journals. I'll leave the link below. Preferred payment method, though, however, is PayPal if you're overseas, or if you're in Australia through direct deposit, because Etsy takes out a lot of fees. So in Etsy, it's $25. How I came to that was because, well, it actually costs like $16.30 to print one book. And so if I made it $20 in Etsy, by the time I took out the fees, it would just be the $16 pretty much. But also Lani from Lani's Art, she did the foreword for my book, and she is an artist, an art therapist. She inspired my drawing journey. She got me into Prismacolor pencils, and she almost saved my life in a way, because she gave me the tool of drawing that helped me with depression and anxiety. And she just talks about creativity and the value of art for therapy. And I'm just so thankful that she did this foreword for me. And I hope that helps give insight for you guys as well. Because I also hope this book encourages people to just express themselves, not just talking about what they're going through, but writing or drawing or painting, dancing, singing, writing songs, however you need to express yourself or feel that it will help you best. Use them as tools. Find your own tools for your toolkit and express yourself. So your thoughts and feelings, they are valid, they are important, they matter, and you're allowed to think and feel the way you feel, and you're allowed to express it. So I hope that comes across in this too. So yeah, if you would like to pay through PayPal or direct deposit, then it's only $20 because it doesn't take out the fees. I'll leave all the information below in the description box about how to purchase and how much everything is. I'll also link below my Patreon page, because it shows a video of my unboxing of these books, and you can just get my real raw first impressions. And just, yeah, I want to make that public in the end on Patreon, so that all of you who have followed my journey from the very start, from the idea of this book to it now being in front of me in my hands, you can come along with that journey and see me unbox it and have that first reaction. So yeah, that's up there for you if you want to see that, and all the information is there in that post below the video of how to purchase it as well. There's also going to be a giveaway. Yay! So one person will win this book. Same deal, just need to be a subscriber to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment. And there's a little extra step too. So to enter, you also need to share this video either on Facebook, on your own page, or through Instagram, or through doing a YouTube video, and then linking back to this video, so that anyone else who would like to see this book, know more about it, this is where they can go. So this is why I'm speaking a bit more formally, or trying to in this video, to make it more like an official book launch, and just get across all that information for anyone who has never seen my channel before. They can come to this video and know what this book is about. And if you can write, when you share the link, your own little spiel about why you're sharing it, why you believe in this book, how this book may have helped you, how you think this book may help others, that's the word of mouth. That's the most important thing that gets the interest, I suppose. So if you would like to help, if you believe in this book and think it will help some people in your life, maybe even send the link in an email to your contacts, or just spread the word through social media. I would appreciate that so much. And then just come back here and let me know where you shared it in the comments, and that will be your entry to win one of these. So yeah, I think that is all I need to share. If I forgot anything, it's in the description box below. And if you have any questions at all, just feel free to leave a comment or email me or Facebook me. And yeah, if you want to place an order, you can just contact me too through Facebook or email as well. Or you can just go to Etsy or check out the ways you can purchase below. So yeah, I am really happy with how it turned out. I love the glossy cover and the pages, they look beautiful. I'm really happy with the pictures, they're very clear and you can see the vibrancy of the pencils in them. And I'm really happy with the layout and the printing. So I hope you like it as well. Thank you for helping me get this out into the public, for helping me fundraise for it, and for just giving me that support and encouragement, letting me know that you're really behind this book. That's just been the biggest thing to help me actually write it. Do the work and write it. And you've just helped me make a dream come true to have one of my books in print. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. It is crazy. It's a proper book. Look at that. Okay guys, I think I've rambled on long enough. I just want to end with a massive thank you to you all, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.